Hello there, this is Correro and I am Godwin Sunday. On this platform, we pay attention to the issues shaping Nigerians' present and defining its future. From governance and policy to security, economic and leadership, we take a closer look at the conversations that matters. And today, our attention is on politics. Nigerians' political space remains very active, tensed and deeply influential. Well, decisions taken in political cycles continue to affect everyday life, from the way elections are conducted to how power is exercised and how citizens relate with the government. As the country moves forward, familiar political questions continue to resurface. Questions around party structures, internal democracy, the factions of political ideology, and the credibility of the electoral process. Well, these are some of the issues that we'll be looking at tonight and try to even x-ray all of this conversation here on Correro. And I have two gentlemen that will be doing justice to this conversation. Well, I will not let the cat out of the bag, but then I would let you know immediately after this break. Please stay with us as Correro is just started. You're welcome back. So we'll begin with the first conversation for tonight. The whole issue playing out in Rivers State. Of course, it's no longer a secret that the FCT minister have been going for a thank you tour across various local governments in Rivers State. Now, let's even take a look at the video and see what he said in Rivers State. I will take the conversation from there as I make you to even know who my guest is for us to begin the conversation. Let's take a look at this clip.
We have made a mistake in this state. We won't kill ourselves, but we'll correct the mistake this time around. We will correct the mistake this time. I have said here, all those people who are shouting on your mandate, it is good to shout on your mandate. We started it in 2023, and we will continue to shout it. You that have come now to join, it will not give you automatic ticket. It will not give you automatic what? Ticket. If you like, carry our money. Go and hire people from the north, from the south, from the west, from the east. Far.
Agreement is agreement, agreement is agreement, yes, so we get the soccer, you come to do program boy. Agreement is agreement,
Look at how all of you suffered in 2023. You came out, worked hard to vote for somebody. At the end of the day, look at the payback. It's stupid. Foolish people. Are you foolish people? No. Are you stupid? No. We're not. We're not. So, I want to assure you here that we're working.
All right, that was President of Yeson Wike, the FCT minister. Well, with me in this conversation right now is Charles Gold Nnachi. Honorable Charles Gold, you're welcome to Correro.
Thank you so much for having me today.
All right.
And Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you too,
Godwin.
Charles Gold. Let's look at all of this conversation. The APC have come out to say, first, that Wike should distance himself from causing disarray in their party. But then he has called this a thank you visit to various local government. We don't know yet if Wike is contesting for any election or by proxy he has interest in Rivers State politics. But then what do you make of the entire politics right now going on in Rivers State?
Well, thank you so much for having me today. And I say that tension is high when it comes to political issues going on in Rivers State. Tension is so high. So what I mean so high. If you look at the way the FCT minister have been going from local government to say thank you to all those who voted for his party, PDP. You know, in Rivers State, they voted for two different political parties on the governorship election and the senatorial election. They voted for PDP all through. Now, on that of a presidential election, they voted for APC. Now, the same thing is playing out now. So they have two political parties existing in Rivers State, APC and PDP. And that of FCT Minister, His Excellency Barrister Nyesom Wike, is in both of them. He's a member of PDP and also
he's
a member of APC.
PDAPC.
Okay, PDAPC.
Yeah.
So, and not just being a member, he is their leader. He's leading APC and also leading a PDP. So that is where the issue is. Now, as it is, saying that APC is saying that Wike should keep away from the politics in Rivers State. I don't know on what ground they're making that statement. I don't know, because on the issue of APC leaders, they are factionalized, they are divided on this matter. Number one, Wike has the right to make statement on the matter that had to do with APC, because he's part of them.
How is he part of APC?
Yes, he supported them.
But supporting
He
APC
worked
doesn't
for-
mean he's
he
a
worked for
card carry.
them.
He's not a card carry member of the All Progressive
Wike
Congress. So let's set the
actively.
record. No, let's set the record straight.
Yeah.
Is he a card carry member of the All Progressive Congress?
Even when he is not a card carry member of the All Progressive Congress APC, he worked for them actively. If you listen to the thank you visit he just played now, you see that his statement. If you listen to his, he said that we were the first original people that started on your mandate we stand.
A plain anti-party movement.
Yes, I mean, he said
and
we
by
are
so doing,
the first
People's
originator
Democratic
of
Party.
your mandate we
Yeah.
stand. From 2023, that those who are just singing it now, they are just new.
You're welcome back. We sincerely apologize for that break in transmission. Well, let me even return back to you, Honorable Charles Gold. You were talking about Wike and his whole a non-All Progressive carry member participating actively in the All Progressive movement. How logical is this?
Well, just like I said before, Wike supported President Bola Tinubu for presidential election during the 2023 election. So that shows that he is in partnership with APC, though not yet a carry member of APC. So therefore, that has given him the legitimate right to either speak for APC, because he's a kind of a shareholder in APC because of his involvement. No, you don't need to be a carry member. You can walk from behind.
But you actively belong to another political party.
Yes,
and you work from behind to support another political party.
The role
and that is not anti-political movement.
The role Wike played contributed in giving President Bola Tinubu.
But right now, the party is saying that his role is destabilizing the party.
Now, few individual, just like I said before, the party is somehow factionalized. Now, the South vice chairman of APC is in support of Wike. In fact, he has said to Governor Fubara that if really he wants anything, he have to follow. You have to go through Wike. That Wike is their leader.
But
Wike is their leader.
We don't have that in an
No. It's true. I listen to him. It's true.
Let's not go into
so Wike has, in fact, Wike is a determinant factor when it comes to politics.
A leader of a political party that does not belong to.
No.
Leader of that
because of his involvement in 2023 election, that gave him the legitimacy.
Rotimi Amechi should have said he's a leader of APC also. We should have the likes of Odili coming out to say that they are legal. Let me even hold your thought there and come to Kenneth. Kenneth, in general, when you look at the Nigerian political terrain, what is playing out across board, what do you make of the political space?
All right. Good evening. Thank you again. Thank you once again for having me. Like you said, Honorable Kenneth Ochogu. Like the topic says, Nigerian politics, exploring issues, prospects, and elections. If we are focusing on just the politics, number one, politics is a game of interest. Now you have to know which interests you are pursuing as a politician. Is it your interest? Is it the interest of the people? Is it the interest of the political party you are in? Now let's take an example of the present Nigerian politics. Now we have been struggling with an issue called insecurity, and it's been baffling for years. Different governments here and there, and then we brought a reform saying we use beavers saying maybe it's going to be a cure because maybe we are getting leaders by selection. By selection. And now this same beavers we brought is number one, not portraying if the beavers is actually working, but then the results are not being transmitted well. Why did I say that? Because the minds of the masses, that's the proletates, the laymen, the main people, the citizens, because those are even the ones that are actively involved in politics. They are not into social media and all these technologies, and they are not yet convinced with the beavers, because that's always only be used once.
All right, but
yes.
Kenneth, before
Yes,
we
sir.
delve into that issue of around the beavers issue,
Yes.
let's get you through your weight around the whole controversy playing out in Rivers State. Of course, the AAC, which is your political party that you represent,
Yes.
have been quiet about some of these old challenges going on in Rivers State. But then, what is the position of your party in all of the chaos and what seemed like a perceived chaos, political chaos in Rivers State?
Okay. In Rivers State, right now, our political party, AAC, we know, is a party of more of revolution. We always stand against anything that does work, anything that is not going as it's supposed to be. But right now in Rivers, our AAC is not yet really rooted and grounded there. So, if we're talking about politics generally in Nigeria, the way AAC intervenes is always revolution, striking back. But in Rivers, there have not been any move so far. So I want.
So in other words, AAC
sir.
does not have a say right now in Rivers politics.
Yes. Rivers
And as
politics.
such, AAC will fold their arms and watch
No,
Nigeria-
that's not.
watch the political space without even making a statement.
No.
Because what is affecting Rivers State will definitely move to the Abuja, which is already playing out in the Federal Capital Territory. As it
Yes.
stands right now, it is believed that the AAC does not have any political candidates for Amak Council. The AAC does not have candidates for the likes of Gwagwalada. The AAC does not have candidates for different area councils in the Federal Capital Territory. Could this also be the wiki factor?
Okay, no. AAC is still like a party that's just like ZLP and those that is older than them, but it's still coming up, still being more recognized. Right now, we have just 3 candidates for councillorship election. That's I for Orozo, for Payward, and then Kabusa. So we are even trying hard to push the participation in politics, because we started with reform like revolutionary, like I said, revolution earlier. But now we are grounding politicians from ground, the ones that with ideas that okay, we are trying to push now. That's why our forms in the party, you can see that it's very cheap and sometimes almost free. So now the reason why I won't say the reason why we have plenty, we have less candidates, not because there are no people actively participating in politics in our party, but gradually, because if you look back, maybe last time it was just 1 person, and now it's 3. So we don't know what next election.
So it's not due to the wiki factor.
Yes, it's not.
All right, let me come back to Honorable Charles Nnachi. Of course, you've heard right now that few political parties are even pulling out of the ballots come February this year. Now, what is playing out in Rivers State has gradually metamorphosed into the Federal Capital Territory, where it has been alleged that all the area council chairmen are partially loyal to the FCT minister, and by as such, they are cross-carpeting to the ruling All Progressive Congress in order for them to secure their mandate, allegedly. But then when you look at this whole grab it now and sit on power policy has been portrayed right now by Wiki, both this further deteriorates Nigerian political space and ridicule us even in the international communities.
The statement you made that most of the candidates who are contesting for AMAC chairmanship election are allegedly submitted to FCT minister.
But you're saying it. You're based in the FCT, of course. You've seen it play out.
You know, I'm not closer
you've
to
because you've seen Mekalangu. So you've seen Mekalangu align himself with the All Progressive Congress right now.
Mekalangu did that. Who is a current AMAC chairmanship candidate
on the platform of the People's Democratic Party.
Yes, he did that because of PDP is factionalized, so he have to decamp in order to join the mainstream political party, which is APC, in order to get his re-election. Now, let me also let you know that if you remember what happened after 2023 election, now the losers went to tribunal, which by the end of the day it ended up in the Supreme Court. Now, each of the governors that got victory in the Supreme Court, all of them came back to say thank you to President Muhammadu. President Ahmed Tinubu. Thank you. The Plateau State Governor, thank you. Everybody, thank you. No, the question, why are they thanking President? So that means President, the sitting President, has a role to play to their victory. The sitting President. So that means that our judiciary, they are not independent. INEC is not independent. We don't not many that
allegedly,
no many they are called independent electoral commission, but they are not independent.
We don't have the fact. Let's set the record straight.
There are so many facts on ground that
we don't have the fact to say that INEC is not independent.
Okay, see what happens.
So let's allege
see what happens in this what do you call it? All the local government elections in all the state. All the electoral all the state electoral commissioners and INEC state electoral commissioners. See what happened? As if they are just
resident electoral commission.
Yes, resident. As if they just write it based on the instruction of their sitting governors. There's no anywhere where opposition party will match victory, will match victorious in all these states. By the end of the day, it's just 50 over 50, 100 over 100. No failure.
Well, the people can decide to have given their mandate. People might have decided to give their mandate.
So the truth is that you see that it looked as if that the person in power controls what matters, what happens in all the elections, in all the both local government elections, in fact, all the whole state. He controls. So that's why you see people try to submit. Say since you are so it's not only the AMAC or the FCT local government chairman candidate that are submitting to FCT Minister Wike. All the governors, that's why you see all the DKPs. Where they decamping to? APC. Why? Because they want to secure their election.
But what does how does it portray us?
It portrays that we are not yet mature when it comes to politics. Our electoral system is not balanced. It's not balanced. So this thing they say is that what do you call it? Independent. They are not yet independent. If they are independent, president should be the one sending a nominee of INEC chairman. He should be not sending it. He should be not sending it. He should come from a neutral organization.
We cannot authoritatively speak from this table to say that INEC
because
is not fully independent.
President so let's assign someone, then you must be committed or submitted to the president.
Well, let me hold your thoughts there. I know that Kenneth wants to quickly react to this.
Yes.
Delve into this conversation.
Thank you very much. I really picked what he said about submitting to should I say the renewed hope agenda, if I'm allowed to say that. We can see how, I don't know, like I earlier said that politics is a game of interest. We don't know if it's trying to be like we are pleasing the people or we are pleasing the government, or the government is supposed to please the people or please yourselves. Because why is it when it's time for the campaign and then everybody is the campaign? And then there was a video I saw of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu sharing buses and cars with his renewed hope agenda banner all around it, when there are other striking cases. He didn't even answer to the issue of insecurity. He didn't even answer to the kidnapping. He just went straight to the next thing he will post was a whole a whole compound filled with cars, a New Hope agenda. So what's his interest? His interest is getting that his re-election in 2027 by any means, by whoever is ready, and then he's even being strengthened by all the people that are swearing and pledging to his New Hope
Permit
agenda.
me to hold your thoughts there.
Yes.
You want to quickly respond, or we should move on?
Well, the truth, just like we have said, that the person sitting at the helm of affairs of the nation is always the determining factor of what happened in all the both political parties.
Let me even hold your thought there again. Now, the issue around Rivers State is not the only conversation that is burning politically across the country.
Yes, it's
We've
not.
also seen what is playing out right now, where on the 31st of December, Peter Obi moved. We will say he has moved for the fourth time rather, from ABGA. He has moved to the People's Democratic Party. From People's Democratic Party, Peter Obi has moved to Labour Party. Right now, Peter Obi has moved to a African Democratic Congress. But then, people have said that as he has moved right now, the likes of Alex Otti will also move. But Alex Otti have come out to say that he is not going to anywhere. He's going to remain with the Labour Party that gave him power. Now, we don't know how long this is going to spill, but then this is what he said. Now, let's take a look at Alex Otti's video, then we'll come back and look at the conversation.
Let me thank you for the very kind words, and particularly about the Honorable Tower Blood Carriageway nearing completion. You asked about if there will be defecting, and if I have plans to defect with it. Okay, so let's situate the question properly. If you remember, I joined the Labour Party before Peter Obi. Okay, so I didn't join the Labour Party with him. And he has communicated me that he was leaving the Labour Party. And I gave him my blessings that I remain in the Labour Party. And I told him that I'll have to continue the struggle to rescue the Labour Party. That is the party that brought me to power. If we fight and get to the end, we can include the Labour Party, and we can now discuss options. But for now, I am not defecting with him.
Now, interesting times. Now, Charles, let me begin with you. Alex Otti have come out openly to say he's not leaving the Labour Party, but in the generality of this wave of defection, you see Alex Otti defecting soon.
Let me start with what you just said about former presidential candidate of Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi, moving from ABGA to PDP, from PDP to Labour Party, now to ADC, African Democratic Congress. Now, the truth is that it wasn't the intention of Peter Obi to leave Labour Party. But when the heat, the pressure becomes so much,
but he has left.
So you don't have any other option
the same
to
heat
leave.
that met him in People's Democratic Party, and he left.
See,
the same heat that almost heated him with ABGA, and he left. So all of this generally. Let's begin with Governor Alex Otti. Do you see him leaving? Yeah,
the truth is that Labour Party is factionalized, or even up to now. Labour Party is factionalized. You know, in this studio, we have discussed about the one.
ADC is not spared either. ADC has its own faction.
Yeah, but
the People's Democratic Party has its own faction.
But at least
that is a personal decision that the Peter Obi took.
You can count on ADC because ADC is already recognized by INEC. ADC, they have been recognized. Their chairman have been recognized, which is Senator David Mark, former Senate President. Then their secretary is also recognized. But that of Labour Party, no chairman is being recognized. That's why they don't have candidates.
Their Bude faction has now been recognized by INEC.
No.
Their Bude faction, you can go back and check.
Supreme Court.
Well, you can go back and check. You can check your INEC records.
It is declared. It is declared. That is the problem we have. We have an INEC that choose the kind of court rulings they will accept. See that of PDP after the convention. By the end of the day, last 2 weeks they say that the faction of the current chairman of PDP is not recognized. So INEC is also contributing to bringing the confusion we are having in our political space. INEC, they don't bring in confusion. Some people will say they are acting based on the instruction from the presidency, from the ruling party, in order to destabilize other political parties, so that they will not have a candidate, so they can't be able to fight a candidate come 2027 election. So Mr. P to be leaving Labour Party is because Labour Party is already factionalized. So now coming to ADC at least he can get his grant
still
on ADC. Now on that of
it has two factions.
On that of Governor Alex Oti,
let's stay with Alex Oti.
Yes, of Abia State. Now don't forget that he conducted local government election, and he moved his loyalist to Zenith Labour Party. That is where they got the ticket, and all of them won. All of them won. All his loyalists. So who knows if he say he's not leaving Labour remain Labour. Whether it's Labour, whether it's Zenith Labour or Labour Party, all of them remain Labour. So if you say he's not leaving Labour, he is right, because for that of Zenith Labour Party, he can move to that one. All of them remain Labour. So for him to say that he's not following P2B, he is sure because Governor Alex Oti is a kind of governor of the people. Abians love that man. The man has proved himself. That man don't need to stand for election. Governor Alex Oti, he don't need to stand for election.
But
I'm telling you, I've said it before.
Let me not say you're
few months ago.
Let me not say you're holding brief
after my investigation.
Let's see what he did brief for Governor Alex Oti.
Yeah.
Because we have to raise a voucher for you after the course of all of this show. But then let's look at the facts on ground.
Okay.
Alex Oti rode on the popularity of Peter Obi. The support the obedient movement gave what gave rise to the likes of Alex Oti, who has contested previous elections and did not win, to win and emerge victorious in this election because he rode on Peter Obi's mandates, as it's been alleged. Peter Obi has now moved to the African Democratic Congress. Will Alex Oti enjoy that same privilege of popularity to even win any election in Abia State?
Well, the truth is that yes, the Obi factor contributed in helping him to win, because by that time obedient movement were all over the whole nation. Everywhere obedient, all the whole state felt the heat of obedient movement. So now it contributed in helping Alex Oti to win. Now having a match as the governor of Abia State, he has proved himself. So he don't need any longer the factor of P2B to win again. He don't need him again, because the Abians, they have eyes, they have their ear. So their ears of Abians is on ground, their eyes is also on ground. You know what I mean? Even the child unborn is also seeing what has happened in Abia State. They can testify.
Well, I don't know how you saw the child even inside the womb. I don't know how the child in the womb spoke to you. Like I said, I think you want to begin to hold brief for Alex Oti.
So the truth is that victory is yours. You don't. In fact, I've said it before. During my visit to Abia State a few months ago, as I went from my mother's burial, I visited Abia State and I saw what has ever happened in the history of Abia State. All the governors that passed through Abia State, nobody has ever done what Governor Alex Oti have done.
Ikpazu will disagree with you on that. Ikpazu will disagree. Orji Uzokalo will disagree with you on that. No, Theodore Orji will also disagree with you on that. You can't say that.
No. All of them are giving
the
support.
Sacrifices they've made for Abia State to be where it is right now.
Yeah. All of them. They played their role, but there's somebody who have played the greatest role among all the governors, among all those who have governed Abia State, starting from Orji Uzokalo, T.A. Orji, Ikpazu, all of them, they are even removing their cap for Alex Oti.
We need to see them,
because Alex Oti have done wonders.
We need to see them remove that cap. Then I will align my thought with you, because,
I'll tell you the truth.
Because based on some of the facts that is available to us, is that the majority of Abians, we've had Benjamin Kalu coming out to speak even on the fact that Alex Oti is also banking on the popularity and support from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for him to stay afloat and relevant within the political space that does not have a political bearing. We've seen what has played out in most of the projects that have been commissioned because of the disarray in the Labour Party. When you look at the support Alex Oti is getting from APC, look at the support Alex Oti have gotten so far from the popularity of Peter Obi. If he stays with the Labour Party, is he going to stay with the Labour Party, or is going to the camp soon? Because the Labour Party, as it stands right now, we don't know how many factions. The Aburi faction is there. Yeah. The other faction of the Labour Party.
Osman Nede. Yeah. Now, the truth is that currently, the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, paid Governor Alex Oti. Whether I would like call it Christmas visit or New Year visit, I don't know the one. But the truth is that he's not paying me visit. He said he have come to interact with his brother, which is Governor Alex Oti. In fact, no, he didn't just go alone. He went with his wife. Imagine when someone go to a friend's house with his wife. Something is
I'm asking that question. Last time he visited Enugu State, yeah, Mba defected.
So that's it. Something is
curious. Is when you look at the political landscape, can we say that Alex Oti will likely become?
In fact, what after the visit, what Governor Hope Uzodinma said is that South East as a whole have decided to support, to throw in their support for the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So that statement, if you look into that statement, that means that he's indirectly trying to say that all the governors
from the southeast
work together.
And Alex will likely become.
Yes, the Alex, just, I mean, he didn't say it, but looking at the tune of his statement, you will discover that he's trying to say that he has gone to a level. In fact, he has gone to a level of convincing his brother. He called him my brother. I come to visit my brother. Now, going to visit his brother, he go with his wife. Now, we all know the role women play. Right. So, as he went with his wife, even if the governor, Alex, will not listen to him as a man, at least the smiling face of the wife of Governor Hope Uzodinma can play a magic role in convincing Alex Oti.
I didn't know the wife
from Labour Party to APC.
I didn't know the wife was smiling. But then, let me come. Let's talk elections right now. Let me come back to you, Peter. I'm sorry, Kenneth.
Yes.
Now, if we look at all of what is playing out let's return back to the FCT and its election just in a few months from now. Now, we understand that you've said that for the first time, 3 candidates are emerging from the AAC. Now, if election is to be conducted today, does the AAC stand a chance of winning any polling unit in the Federal Capital Territory?
Yes, of course. As it stands, AAC don't have any background check that we can use to judge or justify that, okay, yes.
Looking at the various manifestos that have been playing out right now, except you're saying that the candidate that AAC is presenting, they don't have manifestos.
No, we have manifestos. What I'm trying to say is we have enough of we have to, the citizens have to know, like we have to convince them, we have a lot of convincing to do to raise our party. And how we do it, like the background check of the party is the only
So as it stands right now, there's an election in the Federal Capital Territory. The AAC will not win.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You see, our campaign so far is going so well. It is going so well. Now we are not just boosting the name of our candidates, we're not just boosting only the strength of our candidate, but also the name of AAC.
All right.
We're also boosting the strength of AAC.
I'm missing that it's time for us to go now. Let me come back to you, Charles Nnachi. you are resident in the Federal Capital Territory. When you look at the voters' registration, the political culture, if you like to call it, the cognitive orientation, the affective orientation, and the cognitive and what have you, evaluative orientations so far, the campaigns are ongoing. But then it's as if Abuja residents are far from the political realities. We've not seen drum support for candidates. Rather, most of the residents in Abuja are staying back. When you look at the election come February, is there light at the end of the tunnel that the election will be free, fair, and credible?
Well, the truth is that looking at the way the residents of FCT is going about the FCT election, you know, it's not that they are not aware. They are aware. But on the side of political parties that need to create more awareness to the residents, I think that political parties, they have not started doing it. The reason is because, based on information I got within 1 or 2 or 3 political parties, I was told that they don't want to, you know, kind of release fund for campaign early enough so that the money will not be finished before the election time.
Or can we say that? Or can we say that the politicians are not even aware that there's a campaign?
No. They decided to kind of, let's say, go on a low key.
Are you sure that they are aware that there's campaign?
No,
the political parties are aware.
The awareness is not yet much. But political parties, they are aware.
You know, some political parties have never started campaiging.
Yes.
They're waiting for funds.
The reason is because of the fund has not been released. And most of these major political parties like ADC, that's what I mean, that of ADC, I was informed that they don't want to yet to release fund so that people will not squander the fund before the election. So they want to hold on and wait, maybe prime to before, maybe 2 weeks or this thing. You know, things will be released. That's what I mean. So that more awareness will be created. More awareness will be created.
So the election,
campaigns will be everywhere.
2 weeks to the election, politicians will be aware that there is campaign.
No, they'll be doing it on a low key.
So for now.
Yes. So they're doing it on the low key. Yes, on the low key, because they want to save funds. That is the information I got. They want to save funds.
But we'll see how that plays out. I don't want to bring that conversation to.
Sorry, let me. I want it. Okay, bring it to me. So
because I've been saying that our time is fast spent.
Okay, I'll explain.
Let's just give you a minute.
Now we have to know that when it comes to election, presidential election and gubernatorial election are different from grassroots election. And grassroots election is like the hardest election for you to win. So when we see on social media that youth and everybody are shouting on the social media saying they are supporting this president, supporting that president, it's not the same thing in grassroots election. In grassroots election, you are going to meet indigents. You are going to meet people that don't even know what social media is. You are going to meet people that don't know what campaign online is. Now, all your focus is how to meet these indigenous. They are more of villagers. They are more of people that are not really developed. You understand? So it must not be you are not seeing a campaign online. Maybe you are not seeing campaign online, or you are not seeing people shouting. Things are happening down
at the grassroots.
Yes,
so politicians at the grassroots are aware that there is election.
They are aware. Election campaigns are ending of this January. You close campaign.
And we've not seen politicians actually campaigning in reality.
You've not seen some.
We've not seen flyers. We've not seen the things playing out in the street.
My flyer is even outside, and the flyers of my opponents are still outside too. So I won't speak of other words, but speak of my own.
Well, Kenneth, I wish we had more time to look at this issue. So let's start this to be the part 1 of this conversation, gentlemen. Okay. Because I basically that it's time for us to go, because we really need to talk about the happenings within the FCT, especially its elections. If politicians are really aware that there is a campaign and campaign has actually started, if they are following the INEC timetable, and how best have they been able to address certain concerns within the Federal Capital. But at this point, I want to say thank you so much, gentlemen, for finding out time to be with Leon Correro.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me today.
Well, viewer, this is how far we can go on the show tonight. Don't forget that you can follow us across all our social media platforms currently showing on your screen. And you can also download the Rapid TV app from your Android and iOS devices to keep track of our broadcast. My name is Godwin Sunday. Always remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Do enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye for now.